We know about sequences now. We know that we have to add some sort of common number to get to the next term. And it would become very tedious. It would become very difficult to find what is the 8th or the 10th or the 20th or 34th term if we had to keep adding this d 10, 20, 30, 40, 100, whatever it happens to be times. So there's actually a formula that allows us to find any term we want, but we need to know a couple things. And so if I take a look at the formula here, it does say, okay, we're going to need the first term. So where are we starting? And we're going to need the common difference. And then it has this letter n, and n is which spot are you looking for? So we would put that in here. So if I say T101, we are looking for the 101st spot. So that's what the n means. Which spot are we in? And T101 is that, is that spot. So is that actual term. So this is the spot number, 101, and then whatever that number happens to be, like -7 or something like that. So let's take a look at how we can use this formula. So determine, I think we have to use the example above. Determine the term indicated from the above sequence. Okay, so this one here started with 20. Okay, so 20 is our first term. So T1, I like to write it down. T1 is 20. So that's what we have. We also happen to know what our D is because we found it out above. So we found that it is -4. So D is going to be -4. And then the last thing we need is what spot number are we looking at? And it says the 8th term. So we're going to spot we're going to find the 8th term. So I always have to start by writing the formula. Tn equals T1 plus D bracket n minus 1. And now I can fill this in. So t to the 8, so the 8th spot. So this is the 8th term. The 8th term is the first term, 20, plus our d. Now in this case it's a minus, so I'll put a -4. And then bracket n minus 1, and our n is 8. So 8 minus 1. So 20 minus 4 times 7. So you have to do BEDMAS first, and that says do what's inside the bracket. The next thing in BEDMAS is to do the multiplication, so we're going to do that next. So 20 minus 28, and 20 minus 28 is -8. So T8, term 8, is -8. Okay, so that's how you do that. We start with the first term, the number of terms, and whatever our common difference is. Okay, now we got to find the 10th term, but it's a different sequence of numbers. So T1, I don't even know what term 1 is, so let's look above here. Term 1 there, you can see is 53, and our D is -7. So term 1 is 53, and then our D, our common difference, is -7. And then the number of terms is 10. So we're looking for the 10th term. Okay, so let's actually do this. T to the n equals T1 plus D bracket n minus 1. So I am now finding T to the 10. So I put in the 10 for n. T1 is 53 plus, but it's not a plus. It's actually going to be a -7 because D is -7. And then 10 minus 1. And here you can skip a little bit if you want. Like 10 minus 1 is 9, and 9 times 7 is 63. So if you wanted to just go right to -63 here, that would be okay. So 53 minus 63, which would then get you a -10. So I'm going to have to move that bracket, but this is going to be -10. So T10 is, so the 10th term happens to be -10, which I find surprising that the number 10 is just written there twice. Okay, so I'll just zoom out here in case you need to take a look at A and B, but and you can pause it here, but we're going to go right on to C. Assuming these are right, maybe I'll check them at the end here. Okay, 20th term, so T1, no idea. D, no idea. N, well, I know N is 20 because we're finding the 20th term. Okay, so what is T1? Let's look above here. What's the first term? 8. And our D was 2/3. So 8 And our d here was 2 over 3. Okay. So t to the n equals t1 plus d bracket n minus 1. So t to the 20 is equal to 8 plus d is 2/3 times 20 minus 1, which is 19. So we're going to do a little bit of fraction work here, because I see t 2/3 and I see a 19. Now 19 is on the numerator. What's on the denominator happens to be a 1. So when I multiply fractions like that, I have to do the top times the top and the bottom times the bottom. So 2 times 19, I think, is 38, and 3 times 1 is 3. Now that I'm adding these fractions, I have to actually get a common denominator as well. So I'll times that by 3 and times that by 3. So I get 24 over 3 plus 38 over 3, which equals, I've run out of room. So T20 is equal to 24, 64, 62 over 3. And I don't think that can be reduced, because 60 could be, so 62 can't. So T20, you don't have to write all of these T20s, by the way. If you write the first one and then write it here at the end, that is okay. So T20 is positive 62 over 3. Okay, last here, the 34th term. I don't even know what my first term is. I know my n is going to be 34. But what is my first term? Oh, 3 over 2. Okay. 3 over 2. And then d. Oh, I didn't get that. Is that 3 over 4? Yeah. 3 over 4. Okay. So Tn equals T1 plus d bracket n minus 1. And T34 is equal to 3 over 2 plus 3/4 times n minus 1, so 33. That's what that would be. It's 34 minus 1, yeah. So 3 over 2 plus 3 over 4 times 33. Now remember, this is over 1, so I need to multiply to get a 99. 3 over 2 plus 99 over 4. So I guess I'll times this by 2 and this by 2. So 6 over 4 plus 99 over 4. Which, what does that equal? So t to the 34 is 105 over 4. And that won't be able to be reduced. I think that's it, because 100 can be reduced. 104 can, but not 105. Okay, so there you have it. That'll be it for this video. We got some more questions to do, but I'll leave it there for you to copy down anything you need to copy.